Hey, so canine cough has reared its ugly head in a lot of our daycares. One thing I want to talk to you about is something that maybe a lot of us don't think about, right? We talk about filtering our air and we talk about making sure everybody has their canine cough vaccinations and which vaccination is better, the oral, the intranasal, the injectable. So, one of the key things to think about is exhausting out your dirty air. So a lot of HVAC systems don't actually have fresh air returns where they're actually returning the air to the outside. They might have a fresh air intake. So they're bringing the dirty air or the clean air inside, but they're not expelling out the dirty air. Like an exhaust fan, right? You take a dump in the bathroom and you exhaust it out. That's the concept. We all know that the range hoods over some of our stoves that just try and clean that air as we're cooking bacon or something greasy really don't do a good job, which is why then we light a bunch of candles. So even though you might have your air conditioning on or you might have your heat on, put fans in front of windows and exhaust out that dirty air. Set fans up within your facility so they're blowing all that air past your play groups and outside. That is one of the most important things you can do. The second one is controlled humidity. Humidity will hold a virus and allow it to live longer outside the body. So yes, you're exhausting air, which might be letting some humidity in, but try and run dehumidifiers and take out as much of that moisture as humanly possible. And if you can really run them at night when you don't have dogs in the facility to really dry it out, help kill the virus overnight, so then dogs coming in the next day aren't going to breathe in potentially a virus that's still alive. It's controversial as to how long viruses live outside the body and the transferring. A third thing that you can do is every time that you go into the play group to refresh a water bowl, make it a new water bowl. Because maybe 7 out of the 10 dogs didn't drink out of that water bowl, but the other ones did, and maybe they'll get the cough and the other ones don't. So there's some helpful tips and tricks that I have learned along the way from my own facility and from other facilities and other daycares to try and help to contain canine cough and limit its exposure. I just had, we had 9 dogs get canine cough out of 386 dogs in the last month. So it's out there, but it's how you try and minimize it that makes it tolerable, for lack of a better word. And then something that I always say to my clients when they're upset with us, of course, because, we caused the canine cough. And I tell them, well, you need to contact your veterinarian and find out who your manufacturer is of the canine cough vaccine. And then you need to contact that manufacturer and let them know that their vaccine failed and see if they'll reimburse you for the veterinary costs. One way to get a better vaccine, and also one way to kind of make them understand they got the vaccine, it didn't work, not our problem, and all the things that we're doing to try and mitigate the canine cough. So, a couple tips, tricks for the day. Certainly, if you have other tips and tricks, put them in the comments below. We'd love to keep adding to it.